the strings louder.
Well, it's Monday, and I'm, well, it's Tuesday morning now. But I'm messing with the interior of the drift car. There's a big old blob of shit right here that I flicked everywhere. Got all that seam sealer out of that guy. There's a big one over there too. That one really sucked. And then there's this one right here. And this one's gonna really suck too, because there's all, I don't know, well, maybe this one might come out, but like that whole thing is just tar. And I still need to weld up my you know, bleeding brakes, or bleeding my clutch LS deal. So when I'm welding all the seams and stuff in here for that, I'll go ahead and seal that up. This little mount that I made for my hydro e-brake, didn't have it in there for very long. You can see it's kind of bent, so I might just grind that whole thing out. Kind of depends on what I end up doing with the hydro e-brake. I'd really like to keep this one, because I mean I've had pretty good luck with it. So I might keep that, but pretty much decided on silver for the color. But yeah, so I went ahead and took the bar out of here. That thing was kind of in the way, and just taking out all that seam sealer. You can see this handy dandy thing's doing a good job. So is that. So is that little guy right there. Got the fan in here, at least just getting the fumes out of here. But you can see how hazy it is in here. And then there's like a little cloud up above me, so I need to probably open the door here in a little bit after, well, I gotta cut some plates and then I'm gonna do some welding, hopefully. Just started messing with a few of the little welding things. There's a little washer I welded on here because this was kind of open-ended, and I don't have this. I never had this radiator support welded on because when I got the car, you know, like I said in the previous video, it was already a little bit of front end damage. That's why it came with, basically it was a kooky front converted. It's actually 95, used to be zinky, but initially when I bought it, if you go look, it's like some of my really old videos, like 3 years ago, it you know, came with the kooky headlights, the Origin fenders, the carbon fiber hood, the, you know, Origin body kit, all that stuff. And this OEM S14 radiator support that was brand new at the time. So I painted it all, painted the engine bay and that stuff. But what I had a long time ago is basically the same setup, but without a welded washer underneath it. So it eventually, I guess, fell out and ran away. So this side was loose and that side was tight, but so did that. I tried welding some of these little seam guys in here. Right there, there's not really a bunch of seam sealer under that, so those ones actually turned out decent little tacks. But there was a little spot back here where I tried doing it. You know, I couldn't really see on the back side of it, and you can see all that seam sealer in there. And then you can see how it pinholed because it got the contamination in it. So that sucked, and it smelled like shit, and it burnt and got all smoky. So I think I'm gonna have to use the whole torch method, where you pretty much kind of torch it and then stick like a little pick in there and kind of wiggle as much as that crap out as you can. But probably gonna do that seam right there, the front one going across that. I was gonna try and do that one that goes up the back, you know, kind of up the tubs, but I don't want to get too carried away. I don't want to spend a year on this damn interior just stitch welding the son of a bitch, because I haven't even stitch welded the engine bay. But yeah, so I'm not gonna go super crazy with it, but I definitely want to get it painted and back in. I never welded the cage in here. It's never had gussets, so there's some welds. Or I just kind of welded it right there, and that turned out decent. Little bridge the gap right there. On this side, I kind of started this one, and one didn't turn out too bad. And then right here I did a little guy too. So I'm still kind of deciding whether I'm gonna do the little things, you know, because I don't think you really be able to even see them. But because like right here, I could weld the cage right there. I could weld it right there, and you know, maybe I'll just put a little plate right there without dimple dies, because that might be too much of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think I gotta spend about another, you know, evening on this thing, dicking around with welding all the little shit on the inside and cleaning up everything and getting it ready to primer in there, and you know, kind of actually gonna sand some of this stuff so it actually comes out nice with the paint, so it'll actually lay down and be all shiny and smooth and stuff. I was trying this guy on the time lapse, so we'll see how that goes for removing some of that sound deadening shit. Alright, so I went ahead and I get this, I think it's like 16th or something gauge metal, but I got that out. I'm basically just going to kind of cut those guys out for just the gussets or whatever, just little simple guys, and then hopefully I'll be able to go up this week and get them dimple dyed. If not, I don't know, I'll probably just end up just welding them up there and calling it good. As far as the cage goes inside here, I was kind of burning out, you know, some of this stuff. Basically, like I said, you can't really get into that stuff, so you basically have to melt it out and then hit it with a little pick to actually get it out. So that worked decent. But all this shit on the ground, the color that I chose for the cage or whatever is going to be silver. But I was also kind of thinking about doing kind of like that spray and bed liner on the inside. I think that would actually kind of finish it up real good. It'd be black, it'd be texture, it wouldn't vibrate, it would kind of absorb some of the, you know, the vibrations and maybe a little bit of the noise. You know, which, I mean, I'm not going for a comfortable daily driver, but, you know, definitely be nice to have a little bit smoother sounding, and I wouldn't have to finish this, you know, like worry about grinding all that you know, leftover stuff off, because basically the bed liner or whatever will kind of be that similar texture, and it'll cover it all up, and it'll look smooth and nice. It'll be fast and simple, and it'll be black, and then I'll paint black or gray, because you could actually have it tinted, so it's actually like gray. So I thought about tinting it to gray and then doing the cage just silver, and you know, basically paint the cage first, then mask it all off, and then bed liner everything. And then if I miss any spots, you can just kind of with a black spray can, and you won't be able to see anything. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I did a few more little things in here. I got, there's like them holes kind of randomly in the floor. There's these things that are supposed to go in there. These ones right here in the back were missing. So I kind of buttoned up those ones. Right there, there's like kind of the drain for the condensation out of the AC box. And then here's that big ass hole where the wiring harness went through. So I welded that from the other side. But yeah, you can see all the little tacks I kind of got in there. I sealed up that thing from my tranny hole along, or from my cutting a hole in there to bleed the transmission on the T56 when I had the LS in here. Right here, that's when I had to cut the transmission back a little bit, because the W58 when I had the 1JZ in here. And then hopefully I don't have to cut this thing way back pretty much like right there to get the JZ in there. So this thing's basically just gonna be a hacked up thing, I guess. But yeah, this is the spot right there. I was spraying some water on it, trying to get it to chill down. That spot looks pretty nice. But yeah, so basically just cut a bunch of little slats out of this guy right here. You know, that Minecraft sword. Everybody's wondering me what I was using that for. I don't play any of those games or any of that stuff, but that's a good knee pad for stuff. I got my rear mount fan right here for when I was kind of welding in the car. It would kind of suck some of the shit out of the back, and so that was nice. Try to keep a little bit of the fumes and stuff out of there. When I was burning all the stuff out, I had to open up the garage door. You know, I had my mask on and everything. Open up the garage door and let it air out for like 5-10 minutes with the fan and everything blowing through the door. So, because that was definitely don't want to be breathing that stuff. All right, so it's Sunday morning at 1 a.m. and so I'm dicking with the drift car. I had some other things I had to get done this weekend or this week, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. But got the all the stitch welds and all that other stuff. I just got it all cleaned out, just wiped pretty much everything down with a microfiber from flinging all the so you can still see like that crap right there. But so yeah, I'm just getting ready to hit it with a little Scotch-Brite pad wherever that went. I was painting another truck. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we got the little Scotch-Brite pads, because as I say, in anything I ever go to paint, it's a mechanical bond. It's not a chemical bond. So if there's anything shiny or anything that doesn't have any sort of a texture or anything for it to bite to, you need to get that done. So basically what I'm going to be doing is going around like the whole cage with this thing, pretty fine grit, and just basically hitting it like that, taking off all the surface, the surface rust, and actually giving it something good to stick to. You can see see the pretty TIG welds on the cage. This is the cage that I won from Hanksville Hot Rods. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 2012 or 2013 in the Drift Colorado, the local points series. He sponsored the event, and I won the whole singles deal, and I actually won the cage. So that's where this cage came from. And this is the S14. This shelf right here. This is the one that I caged myself back when David was here and had the bender and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some of this sticky stuff off of here from when I had that roll cage padding adhesive on there. So, but yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the bed liner on the bottom right here. This is my e-brake mount. You can see I made that a long time ago, and I didn't really even use it very much, and it already kind of bent. So I'm not actually too sure what to do with that. I might be moving it, or I might be doing something else with it. But yeah, because the shifter, with this whole shifter hole, it'll be like right here, so I'm gonna have to relocate that. But I'm not sure if I want to paint that section right there yet, because I don't know what I'm doing with it. But I at least need to get the cage painted and most of the floor undercoated and stuff, so that or not undercoated, bed lined, and so I could start putting everything back in here together. Like I said, it is Sunday. What day is it? 28th. And there's a drift event the 13th. That's what I'm going for. And then the Pro-Am in Vegas is the 19th, and I still haven't 100% decided whether I was going to go with that. But yeah, look, there's some. Shame I'm going to be painting over all this stuff. I thought about just clear coating it, but it's kind of already has the rusty fellas on it, so it's time to paint it. And I'm going to be having you guys over here on the little action cam on the time lapse. Time lapse, guys. This stupid light would quit. So yeah, that's you guys. You're gonna go watch me prep this thing. Alright, so everything's all masked off. Got my rear mount, you know, fume or overspray draw in here, so when I'm spraying it doesn't get too foggy and I could actually still see what I'm doing. I'm gonna have my mask on as well as the headlamp so I could actually see what I'm doing. Got everything covered up, doors and all that stuff. I guess that kind of came off a little bit, but yeah, masking this thing was an absolute pain in the ass. Probably maybe should throw something on the trunk, but you know it needs buffed anyhow. But little leaky air hose. For right now over here I'm messing with I'm getting ready to mix up some of this epoxy primer. And so it's a two-part deal, so it's got actual hardener and stuff in it, and it's epoxy, so it kind of sticks to a lot of shit. So pretty much exactly what I need. Try to cover the cage as much as I can on the epoxy, and then the floor and all the welds and joints and stuff like that. And then when I go over it with the Raptor bed liner or whatever, it's the U-Paul stuff. I don't know where the thing is, but you'll see that tomorrow hopefully. But I got this little 3M system right here. This is the one where you could spray it upside down. It has a little bag in there and it sucks it in. So that's the first time I'll be able to use that. That'll work really good, I hope. So I'll actually be able to get a good coat of paint on it and not be running out of paint when I'm painting like the ceiling and around the cage and stuff in weird areas. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of this left, so try to make it last. Alright, well hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I hope. This is kind of the good thing. So this is that, like I said, that 3M system. And first time using it, kind of go down and pull over. And then come over to the air hose while it's still upside down. And then hook this guy up. Let me check this. Oh, look at that. There we go. We got paint. So I just stupid air hose. All right, so that was pretty much a big pain in the ass. Definitely learned a few things, but yeah. So I guess I'll kind of show you a little bit of the final, not final product. This is because this is just the primer, but looks pretty good. Actually, looks pretty decent in white. You know, not too bad. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I should do. Like I said, I kind of learned a few things when I was painting it. It's gonna be really hard to get an even coat on there if I do the silver base coat, because basically it's gonna be the same exact color as the silver on the side of my car. And when you do silvers like that, they get kind of, well, I guess they get blotchy on big panels. When you're on really small things like that, it probably wouldn't get too blotchy, but I just feel like it would be kind of a big pain in the ass to actually get it to cover good in there without running the shit out of it, as well as just getting into it and touching it, because I touched this thing in a few spots, with the hose and all that, and that was really a pain in the ass. And with the metallic, it would definitely kind of dick it a little bit. So I don't know. I really would like to do the silver. I think that would look really nice. Nice silver cage and stuff. But I don't know. I might put some white base coat in there, because I was gonna maybe do the behind the seats. I was gonna do that in that, or maybe I might just do that in the rubber bed liner. But maybe the tubs or whatever in there. Probably end up doing those in silver. So, but yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Kind of a, like I said, big pain in the ass. So I guess I'm gonna figure it out here in the next couple minutes. I need to clean this whole system out. I only have two liners, so I was probably gonna use one for clear at the end, but I was gonna clean this guy out. Technically, you're supposed to throw them away. They're like $3 a piece or something. So I was gonna just kind of clean it up a little bit. So yeah, gonna clean my gun and then figure out whether because I have some white base coat too, that I could just do white base coat and then just clear it, and then but if I was gonna do that, I should have probably just done single stage. The base clear would be better for the silver, but I don't know, we'll see. Well, I decided on a color, and there was the silver metallic. So when I first initially sprayed it, I sprayed it right here, and I was like, yep, that looks dope. So I was pretty happy about it. But I tell you what, it was a big pain in the ass. You can see a little bit of that, the sparkle in it and stuff. But yeah, so this whole section right here is gonna be black. Up there, kind of in the middle and stuff, that'll be black, and then kind of the tops and sides and stuff will be all silver. But yeah, I think that's gonna look really good with the silver cage and the black floor. Initially, I was gonna do the floor kind of gray, but I think this will look pretty good. I was gonna go ahead and like mask off the floor plates too, so you could actually kind of see the welds and stuff down there. I thought that'd be kind of cool. So everything else will be black and all that, but I got all the major spots that were bare metal. I got those with the epoxy primer, and yeah, so pretty much everything, it's all base cleared. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now, though. If I would do it again, what I'd do is probably just single stage, and I'd probably still do the epoxy primer. That stuff's really good, and kind of seals up everything and makes sure everything sticks really good. But yeah, I'd probably just do like a good single stage, like an industrial coating, instead of doing this. I mean, I really like the way this turned out, but as far as spraying it, it was just an absolute pain in the ass. With it being silver and kind of being blotchy and not wanting to cover in certain spots, and metallics are really kind of a pain in the ass to spray. They really like to have a nice even base coat, or kind of a nice even, like either a primer, like the epoxy primer or whatever, which I didn't have. I kind of ran out of it, and they're they blotch. They're easy to you know, kind of get like a weird little patch in them just because the way that they lay out. But yeah, I would definitely do probably just a single stage gray or something on it if I were to attempt it again. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. This is that Raptor liner. Basically, use this little gun right there, and just bam, right there on top. It's a two-part thing, has hardener and stuff in it. Really good stuff. I've used actually quite a bit of it on some stuff. I've done the bedside on a truck the other day. This is just like the last shit that was in the gun, and I was just kind of being an asshole, just spraying it out like that. But it turns out a whole lot better than that. But so that'll be. So I'm gonna go home and take a nap. It's like 7 in the morning. Basically stayed up all night, dicking with this. Took longer than I thought. I initially thought, oh, you know, I'm gonna spray it real quick, and then I'm gonna be able to go home at, you know, like 4 or 5 or something like that. Nope, 7:30. Back at it again, morning. In like 12 hours, no, not 12 hours, like 16 hours, this video will be uploaded. And you guys should probably be watching it. But anyhow, cage is all done, you know, as you already seen. But so now I'm going to go ahead and mask off kind of the bottoms of the cage, the places where I don't want all the splatter and stuff on. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with this Raptor liner. And yeah, so now I got to just basically mask some more shit off. So I'm going to start that. Alright, so spent a little while. Hold on. Anyhow, spent a little while masking everything off again. You know, all the cage and everywhere. I don't want the splatter from that stuff. From the bed liner. Actually, I need to go through and redo that. But I'll go ahead and get this mixed up while I have this thing out. It's pretty simple. This whole process. You basically have this gun right here. You know, little aluminum guy, but and you just use the, you know, like my regular regulator and little filter and stuff I use when I paint. But this nozzle right here kind of adjusts the spray pattern on it too. So that thing's pretty much ready to go. I have my regulator right here, so we'll pop that guy on there. And yeah, so this is a two-part deal. So it's got, you know, one part material, another part hardener. Pretty simple to mix up in here. It's gonna be maybe kind of hard to see in the video, but the actual material is down here, probably down to about that P, and then you fill it with hardener up to this line right there, and then just shake it up, and that's pretty much it. So. So there we go, and then you pretty much just put the cap back on it and shake the shit out of it. A couple minutes, get that all nice and shook up. But yeah, I've used this stuff a couple times previously. Right here, this week I was painting this bedside. Basically, a fifth wheel got kind of dropped on it, and it actually has this, you know, the actual rhino liner on this side. So I had to scrape all that off in order to do the body filler and body work and stuff up top. I got all that painted the other night, and then let it sit for 2 days or whatever, and then now I kind of got this top end prepped. And so I'm just going to use this stuff. And so I kind of waited on doing this for when I was doing this, and hopefully I'll have enough material to do both. But yeah, this one's getting done first. And then I'm going to do this area, and then if I'm missing out on anything, I'm going to go back with like a black epoxy primer if I don't have enough. But I think I should have enough. I forget how many square foot this thing actual covers, but normally a kit of 4 will do a whole bed. So I'm going to continue shaking and then mask that a little bit more. All right, so I guess you hear me okay with the mask on, but I'm going to do a quick little test, kind of get the pattern I want. It doesn't seem too bad. It seems like it's flat and everywhere, but still seems like we're doing alright. So I'm going to go ahead and probably put you guys on a time lapse and then continue. So yeah, got it all sprayed. Hopefully the little time-lapse guy I got going right there did decent. I've been kind of dicking off back and forth between the action cam time-lapse and this thing time-lapse, because I'm not sure if the action cam one's going to work, because basically all it does is just take a shitload of pictures. But yeah, you can see the texture. You can see a couple spots like that underneath the dash. Was kind of running out of the stuff, and then kind of right there under the seat, and then back there, kind of what happened, it doesn't really have the same texture as the rest of it. But what happened was I was like, oh, I'm kind of running out of this stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some reducer in there, because you can reduce it, you know, to actually spray out of like an HVLP like spray gun. So because you could actually coat like vinyl and fabrics, or I don't think fabrics, but you know, it's kind of like a flexible coating. So you could actually do tons of stuff with it, but you could actually reduce it and do that, and bedliner is only one of its purposes. But yeah, so anyhow, I kind of ended up running low on it, and I put a little bit of reducer in there, and then I put a little bit too much, and it just kind of shot out of there like a fire hose, just because it's like a siphon gun. And then it was like leaking, so you could see like the drips and stuff. And then I actually got it on the cage too, which I was upset about, but I already got that wiped off. But so you can still see some more, so I'll have to wipe that off real quick. But so there's not a huge crazy thick layer on it, but I might actually go to the paint store again tomorrow and get another jug of it, and maybe I might just buy another whole kit, because it's nice having it around. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. This coming week, it's should be putting the interior back in. I'm gonna be wiring the car with like the little switch panel, and I'm gonna try to get like a little aluminum piece right there, kind of do that, you know, kind of get it more race car-y, and kind of get it buttoned up. As far as that goes, let's see what else. Oh, I got this dope ass fan too for that, but I'll probably show you guys more of that on next Monday's video. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Actually, sometime this week I hit 18,000. So 18,000 subscribers. Right on. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching the videos every Monday. You know, hopefully hopefully you guys share them with your friends and stuff like that. I know everybody's just bored as shit on Mondays, and everybody, you know, doesn't look forward to them, and that's kind of why I put my automotive week of bullshit on Monday. So you know, hopefully that keeps you guys entertained somewhat, and yeah, so that's about it. So drift event 13th, it's the 29th today, so I got, you know, basically 2 weeks of prepping and getting this thing kind of ready to go. I still need to do a few things with my well, I was gonna mess with the angle kit a little bit. I was gonna weld the different knuckles on it, take a little, so they have a little bit less Ackerman, a little bit more aggressive angle on the trailing wheel. So yeah, that's it, and yeah, till next Monday. Thanks again.